that kind of like blocks your gifts as well. So I personally was in a household where like my mother, you know, it was like, oh, you need medicine, you must be crazy on this other stuff. But it was like, as I grew older, and I guess like my soul tribe began to like find me, or like people, like-minded people who understood what I was talking about, began to find me. I started to understand exactly, okay, so I was hearing this, so this is what this is, you know, if you're going to put labels on it, but, you know, or I'm seeing things, this is what this is. But also like just learning, I think my most important thing was like learning to kind of like tap into like my intuitive feelings. So exactly like what it is that I'm feeling when I'm with or around people. But yeah, I just kind of like wanted to like jump in, I guess, share it with you, but I'm like on 2% now. But I hope that that provided some clarity with you guys, but I would definitely say it's a topic for you guys to dive a little bit on.
Oh, for sure. I guess I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Please do so if you want to prove to me that you consider yourself psychic, y'all. We're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you want to prove to me that you're psychic, y'all, by the way. Yeah, no, I thought we were gonna get into something there, to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 56. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, for sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Aye. Well, first of all, the last gal that was talking, she was on Johnny on it about a lot of that, where there is a certain ethic where you don't just voluntarily go up and start reading people. You try to, I mean, it's hard. You pick up on things all the time, but it's just like you wouldn't go walking into someone's house without knocking, right? That's kind of how that works with the psychic thing. And sometimes it's hard. You got to separate your ego from this. But I'm 56. I've had these gifts since I was a little girl. They've just grown as I've grown, developed, and it's like a muscle. You got to use it for it to stay, you know. But yes, I've had a lot. I was grew up with two parents that were very skeptical, so I didn't have a lot of support. However, as I've gotten older, things develop on their own time, and that's why like kids that are shut off from that are born into these religious families, which no, nothing wrong with that, but they try to suppress that, and then you think you're crazy. People used to tell me I was talking to the devil or it's demonic, and I'm like, why would a god, whatever, why would they do that to you? That doesn't make sense. There's a lot of superstition, and I like.
Yeah. So by the way, what particularly indicates to you that you are psychic?
I know things, and it's not like I could crack the code for the, you know, whatever. It's just a knowing. It's hard.
Is there something that you could show us particularly here on the live?
You know, to be honest with you, that's an okay question to ask, but I don't perform well when I'm being put on the spot. And I realized I walked into this and we're talking. I'm a medium. Here's what I was gonna say. I only know what I know. I only know what I've experienced. So, and I find I prefer the dead people over the living. Sometimes they're much more understanding. It's just a different. Anywho, I'm all over the place here, but what are the other ones? I smell, I hear, I feel, I see. I'm clairvoyant.
Is there something that you could show us here particularly on the live?
Show you? Okay, now, another thing is we're not always 100%. No one's ever 100% all the time. And I'm a little intimidated because I'm on live, but I'll give it my best shot, okay? So take it for what it's worth. If you can keep a little bit of an open mind, because I know when I've tried reading people, but they're kind of challenging me because they don't believe. It's like a doorway that I can't get through to give, you know what I mean, kind of. So I'll do the best I can. Is there someone you want me to connect with who's passed?
We could go with my grandfather.
Your grandfather? Okay. Was he a big guy?
Like
was
tall?
He a big? Well, he was just a big person, you know. I see him wearing plaid, red and black I can't talk. Red and black flannel. I see him in overalls for some reason. Was he a hunter? Did he go out and hunt, you know, deer, yada, yada?
Not really, not to my knowledge particularly.
But
He was.
I
He
see
wasn't
him.
really into
Was
that.
he a bigger man or larger than life, so to speak?
He was 6'2", but he was relatively like skinny. He had like a large stomach that was kind of like
Okay,
a
well
pillow.
maybe that's sometimes things come in sideways, so bear with me on that. Did he have a beard? I see him very gray with a beard.
No.
Oh wow, okay, there we go. See, um, I just see this person in like a cabin type setting with a walking stick. Maybe it's somebody else. Did he wear glasses? Like
Yep.
rimless glasses, you know what I mean? Like where they don't have, like aviators have, there's no rim on them. It's just,
I'm pretty sure he did wear ones with like a they were like the ones that like look older, like the classic kind of older person
okay.
glasses.
And then some, people could argue, well, he's older. He probably has glasses. And so, I mean, I realized that. And that's like I said, did I see him in a cabin type of a place? Did he have a cabin somewhere or he liked the outdoors? Because that's what I'm seeing.
He would like fishing.
I'm like, okay. I see a dog too. Is there a dog, like a light brown chocolate lab colored dog?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think my mom had a dog or anything as a kid or anything.
Okay, but I mean, okay. See, that's what's embarrassing is I know I can do this, but I'm very self-conscious when I'm talking live, especially to all these people that are listening. So I can't be very credible here, but I'm being honest. I don't claim to have everything all the time, but I have a lot of synchronicities that happen on a daily basis. I joke with my family. It's like, to live in my head some days. Things fall around on my house. After my father passed, I said, well, I'm kind of missing you. Could you show me some sign that you're there? I made the mistake of saying anything big or small, it doesn't matter. One night I woke up I was awake still, and I thought I heard someone in the hallway of my apartment getting beat up. So I get up, and I'm like, as I get out of my bed and walking out of my bedroom, it got louder and louder, and it started to sound like someone was having some kind of wild sex in my living room because it's just amplified. So there's nobody in my living room, no one's in my house. Well, then I go to look at my stereo. It's on Bluetooth for some reason because I didn't have it on, and it's cranked. I didn't turn my stereo on. I was in the bedroom doing my old lady thing at 9:00 at night or whatever. So things like that, but no one's there to see it or hear it besides me. So I like,
Yeah, don't worry about that. Like, I understand how it could be.
yeah.
Yeah, I do appreciate you coming on though. Thank you for coming on. It was good talking to you.
Thanks so much, Parker.
Have a fantastic day. All right, we're going to go on to the next person. If you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Again, only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, everyone. We're going to go on to the next person. We've only been on for just a little bit, everyone. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah. So
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24.
For sure. Why do you consider yourself psychic?
So I read some government documents, and the term they use is remote viewing. They say that everyone has the ability. I see it kind of like Harry Potter, where you really have to practice and study a lot.
Oh, those things were inconclusive.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. When they came out with it, most people didn't believe them, but I think that
No, the things they did on remote viewing were inconclusive.
I would argue against it. But there's lots of information out there.
But if your source is the documents, then the documents are inconclusive. Then how can you say you're not inconclusive?
Well, I also do tarot and have psychic experience, and like most people, it happens when.
Sure. Is there something you could show us here on live?
Yeah, I went on live yesterday actually, and I asked the guy to think of a number between 1 and 100, and I guessed it right once, not the second time. So I want to try that again.
Was this Dean?
Yeah.
Oh, the Parker clone? Yeah. So, go ahead if you'd like to do it again.
Yeah. So it's way easier if you focus on the number and you try to project it out, like into your aura, maybe like 3 feet. That way I can...
Okay, I just wrote it down and now I'm projecting it.
I see 37 and 43. What'd you get? I can't see that.
69.
Wow. All right. Well, nice try. Thank you.
For sure, man. Appreciate you coming on. Have a good day.
All right.
All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic. Tap that screen, everyone. In the meantime, let's try to get to 500,000 likes, y'all. Parker, you are the Dean Clone. Be for real, so real. People actually think that now. It's actually unbelievable. Not the 69. Yo, Chad. Please, please. Yo, thank you for the glowing jellyfish. I appreciate it, Velvet. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 31. I'm 30, actually.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah.
Oh, why so?
Well, I think inherently everybody is psychic, but I feel like the definition of what psychic is kind of skewed by society in general. There's a lot of like instances of people like having like intuition and empathy and stuff like that. And it's kind of like, that sensation that we can't really put a finger on, but we still acknowledge as like a daily or a very realistic part of the human experience. There's like a lot of different studies and stuff like that as well that show different results through different methods, depending on what kind of psychic ability, what kind of psychic phenomena that you're referencing. I feel like one of the more credible one of the more credible studies that have been done is probably by like Robert Monroe, because
No, I'm asking, why do you consider yourself psychic? Right.
because it's kind of complicated. So I'm able to tap into certain energies and I'm able to aid people, I guess, in a way, kind of get like different reads on them depending, I guess, the circumstance or depending on how open they are.
Is there anything you could show us here today?
Sure. Have you ever had a tarot reading before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I can probably, I guess, demonstrate that.
For sure.
Do you have like a question that you were curious about or something you wanted to find out?
People generally ask about like career or love life, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So like, do you have like a specific area that you want to find out about, or like?
We could do the love life. We'll start off with that one today.
Okay, cool. So then, do you want something, I guess, like upcoming, or like something from the past that you want to find out, or?
Nothing particularly, just like a general in relation to that.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll pull like a couple cards and see what comes up.
For sure.
All right, just give me a couple seconds. I'm shuffling. So I could be wrong, but it seems like you might have an interest in somebody who's a little bit more on the affluent side, somebody who's actually more abundant and actually has like that aspect of them taken care of. It seems like as well, like you want somebody who's actually able to stand up and kind of fight for what they believe in, pretty strong, like sense of justice and morality. No, they're kind of generic, but I'm kind of pulling cards and seeing what I get. You kind of want somebody who's a little bit more straightforward in certain aspects, a little bit more adventurous, kind of willing to take lead in certain ways. It seems like you might have had, like, I guess, a lot of prior issues when it comes to love, like a lot of stressful situations and things that kind of put you turning over a new cycle, and that things might be changing for the better soon, if you're opening yourself up to that kind of energy. It seems like you've had like a lot of prior disappointments, with the Four of Cups coming out. That shows like, it's been kind of one of those things where you want to kind of entertain it, but you're kind of like, is it really worth it? Like you're still trying to figure certain things out in certain aspects, it seems. It's not exactly like you haven't had experiences, but it's kind of like, those experiences might not have given you like the fulfillment that you're looking for. You're kind of like, is that really it out of love? Like, is there anything deeper? And then I guess with the Knight of Pentacles kind of closing off the reading, I feel like you really want somebody who is able to, of course, as anybody would, stand the test of time. But I feel like being in a certain kind of social status, not social status, but having a certain kind of lifestyle is important because I feel like that does, of course, lead to other things. But that's what I see coming through the reading pretty strong.
For sure, for sure. Is there anything else you want to look at or you see?
I mean, I can keep on pulling cards and see what comes up. It's up to you, I guess. I don't know if
Yeah.
anything's like resonating or.
I nothing particularly, I would say. Yeah, of course I would look for someone that has like a sense of like justice and morality and like cares about things, has like strict standards when it relates to that. And like, yeah, someone who's like adventurous and like straightforward, like it's easier to like determine what's going on in their head. I would consider those generally like pretty vague or basic though, in terms of like things that everyone would look for.
No, yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I guess it's kind of like, what do you really want that nobody else really has out of this world? Like, it's kind of hard to describe something that nobody really has. Like, anything that a psychic or anybody is going to give you, it's all advice that we all have access to, or it's all something that is in this mortal plane. I think it's a lot more romanticized to be like this crazy thing, which it can be on certain levels, but it's not exactly how that works, as, you know, we are all creatures of free will. And timelines do change based on our decisions and our actions.
Yeah, absolutely. What else are you seeing here?
Do you want more of like, I guess, a relationship kind of? Or
We could do like career, or we could do like just a general one.
okay, cool. I guess I'll pull, I guess, some general cards then.
Or some people said past, actually.
I mean, that's cool. I appreciate the time. So I'm sorry. Did you want me to continue pulling cards or pass?
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying past. Like people were asking,
Oh,
you
like
know, present,
past.
past, future.
Oh, my bad. I think you said pass. I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I can leave.
Oh no, I didn't mean it that way. No, I didn't mean that. No.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna pull a couple cards from the past then.
Okay, for sure.
So the first card I have coming out is a magician. The magician usually is somebody who's extremely skilled, extremely knowledgeable, extremely good at what they do. So it seems as if like you're kind of one of those people who, where some people might have found difficulties in order to achieve results or like learn things or do things. It seems like a lot of things that you learned early in your past kind of came naturally to you. Like you kind of pick up on things fast. You kind of put things together really quick. Like you are always able to become very proficient and skilled in certain tasks that you picked up on. Like you never really struggled in that end. It seems as if you have a lot of, I guess, really, I mean, this is generic, of course, but close bonds and relationships, and that you truly do cherish them. Like a lot of people kind of take certain things for granted, but it doesn't seem like you would take those friendships and those connections that you have for granted. Like you truly cherish and try to, you know, uplift people. It seems like off camera, you might be like a little bit more of like a jubilant kind of like upbeat person, whereas a lot of people don't really see that. The Queen of Wands itself is like a really high, vibrant like energy card. Let's see what else comes out. It seems like, of course, as most people do on this earthly plane, it seems like you have like a lot of different goals that you're kind of like working towards. You're like planning for things. It's like you're kind of like longing for something, I guess, that you might not have yet, trying to see if, I guess, I don't know, try to see if there's more out there. It's like you're kind of like searching in a way, like you're yearning for something, but you can't really put your finger on it. And it seems like you've been like in this kind of period of isolation in certain regards, trying to, I guess, find that.
Sure, yeah. I think I'm pretty goal oriented. I was just trying to like find my goals for a very long time. I didn't really find out what I wanted to do until like the past few years or so. In terms of like you saying, is there anything deeper? All right, that's definitely something that could definitely apply, and like picking up on things easily. That's generally something that would also apply to my life. It just depends on what it is. Some things I obviously don't pick up very easily, but
Yeah, I mean, naturally. I mean, we all have like our things where we're better and not, but I feel like a lot of what I'm picking up on is kind of generic, but it's kind of, I guess, how these things kind of go. I can keep on going, I guess, if you'd like. I don't really
for sure we could end out on future here, particularly if you'd like to
All right,
look
cool.
into that.
So let's see where you're headed, I guess. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people misunderstand like tarot readings and psychics and stuff like that. It's kind of like a weather reading. It's like we read the energy and give you like a trajectory of like where things are headed. We can't really tell you where things are going to because the future's in your hands. But from what I'm seeing, it seems like you're definitely stepping into like a lot of abundance, maybe like a lot of family connections, maybe like friendships, maybe even potentially a relationship. It seems like you're about to like start a very so I got death and rebirth, and death and rebirth usually means that you're about to start like a brand new cycle in your life. Like something big is going to like turn over and start a new aspect of yourself. And then I guess lastly, I see like the devil, and the devil is usually one of those cards that shows up when you're feeling like restricted, like you're feeling kind of chained down in a way, and you kind of want to break free from certain like energies that are kind of like binding you to what you're experiencing. You kind of like want to break free, so to speak. And I see Page of Wands that you might be going into something new that, of course, requires you to learn, but something that you kind of want to pick up on and to study, I guess.
For sure. I mean, I did just get into a relationship, so maybe you got that from there. But like, yeah, I definitely do appreciate you coming on. It was good talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a great day. All right, everyone, we're going to go on to the next person. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Everyone keep sharing the live. Let's try to get to 1,000 shares. Copy link, send it to a few friends. We're going to be going to Tommy. Tommy came on yesterday. I think he also wants to address something here today, so we're probably going to run this up here again. What's up, Tommy? It's good to see you again.
Dude, it is so good to see you again. Can you turn on my camera, or do I have to do it? There it is.
Yeah, I got you. I can send you an invite. Oh, you got it.
There you go. I got it. Figured it out. Hey, dude. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate you.
Good to see you again. What do you got for us today?
So, I want to go over like a couple things, I guess, with the whole psychic. Obviously, I'm going to give you a couple reads, but I've had less coffee today, so hopefully I can speak a little bit slower. I was tired before it, and then I just chugged my coffee. Whatever, long story. I wanted to go over, first of all, there was a girl that her battery was kind of running out. She's got it, man. She just needs to refine her gift. A lot of people got this gift, like they're saying, but their gift's not refined. Just like anything, some people can be an artist, some people can paint, some people could dance, but they're not great at it in the beginning. By refining their gift and working on it, eventually they tap into their spirits, they tap into their self, and then from there they're able to deliver fantastic messages. But some people, they just like kind of like a kid, I guess, is just gonna bite off more than they can chew. And that's when you get the people that are kind of like, what are you talking about? Where are you going? Like, what am I supposed to get from you? It's just they're pulling in too much. Okay. So specifically what I want to talk about is, what is a reading? Some people don't know what it is. They think a reading is someone's going to come to you, tell you your future, tell you what's going to happen. And that's true. You're going to get that in a reading. But really what you're going to get is decisions and choices. Readings are all about making decisions and making choices to manifest the future that you want the most for yourself, rather than, hey, go left because this is going to happen. Your decision is really, you can tell that reader, screw you, I'm going right. By going right, you're going to change your future. So what I do and where I find my power is working within the now and the present. Okay. Making your decisions now and letting you know the outcome of your own decisions. If you choose to change your mind after that, that's your deal. All right. And I'm totally okay with that. Just know that you're altering your future, just like any choice, right? So there's plenty readers out there. There's tarot readers, there's rune readers, there's psychic mediums. How they deliver their message really is, I'm going to say, from my opinion, is based off of their tool. Tools are tarot cards, runes, like I was saying before. It's like cars. We're all on the same highway. We're all driving on the 101 freeway. We're going down the same road. But the person that's driving the Ferrari is going to act different, is going to behave different, feel different next to the other person that's happy in their Kia. You see what I'm saying? But we're going down the same road. So nobody's wrong, all right? They're all great. Are there some better than others? Yes. Why? Just because they practice more. They do it more. I think I have my gift pretty down, right? I'm pretty confident with where I stand and how I work with my tools. So that's why I'm happy to come on here. I'm happy to read for you guys. Come check me out, Parker. Call me psychic, but I say you live next to my store. You're not that far. So I think you should come down. It's in North Hollywood, the Green Man store. Check us out. Okay. Get a reading with me. I'd love to talk with you. Yeah. So outside of that, let's jump into the reading part.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. So I have a couple things down for you that maybe you can choose from. If not, then I'm just going to go through them all. Okay. First things first.
We can do all. I'm down with that.
Dude, right on. First things first, I want to go through school. That seems to be the most impactful for you right now. You have huge decision making. You have opportunities with tests, right? And then maybe some anxieties and everything revolving around your graduation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw out for school, tell you what it says, and then from there we can make some decisions to, I don't know, hopefully get you to where you want to be with that, okay?
Sounds good.
I can't have your last name, right? So can you...
I'm not going to do that on live call yet. Here pretty soon.
In our private read, though, give it to me, okay? I hate doing this because it sounds so cliche, right? But could you say your name 3 times for me?
Yeah, Parker.
Laguz comes for transformation. Talking about changing right now. Towards gift bow of balance. Perfect. I got you, dude. The good thing is that tells me that we have the opportunity to make our choices here to give you the future that you desire the most. You're an easy read. Other people are saying that, oh, you're blocked, you're this. No, dude, I think they're blocking themselves, is what I think. All right. You're pretty open. You're willing to talk freely and express your desires, not desires, what's true and what's not true. So I appreciate you. People that aren't as easy to read, that's fine. I was raised in a bar. All right. So when it comes to reading people, it doesn't matter what their state of mind is. It's fine. All right. So school. I don't want to name your specific school.
Not going to do that quite yet as well. Those are 2 things that can be used.
No, I don't want to do that either because I don't want to see the face that you're going to make if you're like, dude, how's this? You know what I mean? I don't want to put you on blast, but I know.
Oh no, you actually, if you want to try, you can actually. I will say it on live. Yeah.
You will? Do you go to UCLA?
No, I do not.
USC?
Nope.
It's right next to him, dude. I know it is. It's like right there in that little sphere. I can feel it.
It's close, but there are lots of colleges in LA, yeah.
I know, right? I know it's right there. So I was just assuming it was one of these big ones right there. Just because just your family, specifically your father, is pretty comfortable. Good worker, takes care of you, takes care of the family, does good things for you guys. He has made the family very, very proud. So if you haven't told him that, say thank you, dude, because he's doing great things. Okay?
I definitely do.
Dude, right on. Okay. So I never spitball like that though, but I was pretty confident. I was like, I know he's Southern California. I just don't know where. Like I'm peeking around. So
you're close to the area.
I know it's right there, dude. And as soon as I get off, I'm like, you know what? I should have said this, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's fine. So you graduate the middle of next year, right?
I graduate at the end of this year, so it's gonna be technically middle of next year. It would be like May time.
Oh yeah, I'm just thinking it as the actual year itself.
Yeah.
Your school year. Sorry, dude. By the way, I'm 35, so just in case you were wondering. Just kidding. All right, here we go. So I'm going to look at your school. I'm going to look at some of the obstacles that are in front of you. From there, we'll make just decisions on how to make that future good for you, specifically with school. Here we go. It's like you're talented in so many different ways. It's like, it's cool what you choose. That's why you really can't make a wrong decision here, I think. Got it. Gitbo comes for balance towards Algisa, the shield of protection, and Isa for the wall. Going towards balance, it's working on yourself, it's balancing out your play, your fun, your relationships, your housing, and then also focusing on school. So it's talking about finding that direct balance between everything. Yes, you do fantastic on TikTok. You are a ladies' man. Let's say that. Not really lady. You enjoy the company of a woman. With that, right, just make sure we're balancing out pleasures and school specifically. The rune that falls over Gifbo for balance is Tharisa for the reactive force of protection of a male. It also means the dexterity of a man in that sense. What it's saying is that maybe you're working on taking care of yourself a little bit too much when it comes to your own pleasures. Okay? School's wonderful. School's great. Being with your partner is even better sometimes. And I understand that sometimes it can pull you away and you feel like you're making the right decision because things need to grow here a little bit more rather than working on school as much because you think you have school down. I'm good at school. I'm good at my tests. I'm actually pretty confident within doing that. That's true, right? But at the same time, you forget things, skip over things before you actually have to take those tests. It's like putting all your eggs in one basket, knowing that it's going to make it. Not necessarily. Don't forget what's in front of you. Don't forget what you need to focus on. Don't forget who who's believing in you, I guess, in that sense. This could be other teachers from your past, people that stuck their neck out for you, people that encourage you and support you. Listen to what they're saying, listen to the advice around you, and really balance out pleasure and schooling specifically. Generally, you're on the right path there. Algaes comes for a shield of protection. It's to protect yourself and protect the ones that you love. The rune that falls over Algaes is Ewas, of true love and happiness. Don't hurry through school. Okay, don't say, all right, let me just finish it. Let me just do that. Don't do that. All right. We have to take our time, slow down, even if you're going to fall back in love with school. Because, when you first start school, you're like, I don't know, inspired. You're looking forward to the future. And by the end of school, you're like, get me out of here. All right. This is saying right here, try to go back to where you were in the beginning just for this last remaining. Okay. If you can get there, you would actually have everything that I was talking about before, how you have that confidence and that certainty that you're going to pass. All of that will come to manifestation completely for your future, and you will pass. You will do great things. Positive attitude is really what's going to lead you towards your graduation or towards your success in school. Isa comes for a wall. This is the stopping rune. It says stop. You have to take care of something first. The rune that falls over Isa is Unsus for communication. It's just talking to people, talking to instructors, okay? Talking to instructors, talking to advisors, people that are going to help you with your test taking. And maybe if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask the question. Say, hey, this may sound a little bit silly, but I need to know this about the test because you weren't being specifically clear. Make sense? This is going to set you up. Yeah, this is going to set you up to pass some of the tests so you don't get stumped in the middle of something. So it doesn't kind of send you on a spiral and then affect the rest of the test. As long as you're clear on where you're going and what you need specifically from this test, all right, what's needed from you, then you will be good. What I'm saying is don't be cocky. All right. You're going to do wonderful. Go back and look at everything where you came from and know that your future is bright only because you really have everything that you've already went through down, meaning I'm good. Okay. But outside of that, school looks pretty good. It says that, probably a big test comes in maybe around November. Okay. In that time, don't freak out, man. Just talk with your instructors. Talking with your instructor is going to make you fly through these tests. It's going to make you fly to graduation, okay?
For sure. I'll make sure to look out for that one on November.
Yeah, there's schooling. Now I want to go to family. Is that all right?
Yeah, family works.
All right, going to family. I already kind of pick up on your dad because that guy's a big spirit, man. I don't know what he does. Like, he does something cool. I don't know if he's a lawyer, if he's a real estate, or if he's a what was the other one? Like a car lot? I don't know. I just know that this guy's successful. Loves his sports. The man's man, but still a sweetheart. Okay. Understanding, generous, kind. Like that person a lot. Your mother, right? Great woman. All right. Just in general, just a great person. Sweet, kind-hearted, but strong. Okay. Strong and opinionated. But with that, she may need more support than she gives off. Okay, so I don't want to put all your stuff on blast right here, but I'm just going to read through it, okay? Got it. Same thing. Algaes comes for shield. I'm sorry. Gitbo comes for balance towards Algaes of the shield, but Rhytho comes for movement. Are they waiting for you to graduate or something so they can move, or they're going to go somewhere or relocate?
That was one thing that they were thinking of doing. I'm not quite sure, though. I think they are probably going to stay even after I graduate, so we'll see.
I see it, dude. Let me go ahead and help them with that, okay? So Gitbo comes for balance and peace. This is generosity and sacrifice. This is listening to each other in that same sense. Balance between two peoples that generally want something different, but still want to be next to each other. Okay. So that might be somewhat of a conflict. Gitbo comes for balance. The rune that falls over Gitbo is the blank rune. Trust each other. Everything already got put on the table. Anything that could possibly go wrong with their move, they've already discussed it. They already got it figured out. Okay. They're pretty tactful people. They're understanding exactly what's needed from them and what they're leaving and what they're gaining with their move. But here's the thing. There is more, it's not creation, it's opportunity. There is more opportunity when they do move. not saying that they're not going to do great things here, but if they do move, the opportunity that comes with them is great. Even if it means that your mother finds new friends, right? New people that she cares about, or your father. One way or another, it says the community of people around them is going to change that allows them freedom, happiness, new opportunities, balance, love. It's great to move, right? When you're planned out, they're good. Algiz comes for a shield of protection. The rune that falls over Algiz is Tiwaz for a warrior. It's just a safe move. You know what I mean? Cheaper, maybe. It's just so much better if they were to do that, just because it brings them into a point of retirement. They've worked very hard. Maybe it's time to take a break. Maybe it's time to go easy on yourself. And I think you've learned that, or not you, but your father has learned that I should probably take advantage of the life that I have rather than just working through it and blowing through it and just making sure that I'm successful and my family's successful. Let go, dude. It's better. It's healthier. You're more successful truly with your spirit if he decides to move or if you guys choose to go. Rhino comes from movement and travel. This is the actual move itself. The rune that falls over Rhino is Lagoose for transformation. Growing pains hurt. It always hurts to move. It sucks to put things in boxes. It sucks to do all that stuff. And really, that's like one of the only things that's stopping them is that, are you sure they want to move? They're comfortable where they are. They're comfortable being around the people and the people that they love around you. Maybe you're thinking of staying here. And if you are, that would take you to grad school, but you're debating that one possibly. But don't worry about other people. Worry about themselves at this current moment, because they're going to find happiness if they really just work with spirit and not against it. That's what I always tell people. It seems like so much opportunity opens up for people, but they choose not to make the decision because they're nervous, they're scared, they don't like change. But that change right there is what's going to spark whatever brings your happiness. You got to go down before you go up. The pendulum got to swing one way to go the other. So when you're having a stream of bad luck, or if you're having a stream of doubt, maybe change it to positive, and they're actually going to have a positive outcome with their decision making. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely resonated in the respect that they are definitely looking for retirement. They're about that age, and they've been thinking about moving. They're kind of like separated on where they wanted to go. So you were actually definitely right with that one. My mom was like thinking Texas. My dad's thinking like Colorado. Appreciate that much.
Yeah, I like Colorado. It was like Colorado and Texas. There was like two different places. Which one's cheaper? Which one has more? Your dad probably doesn't mind as long as he has his sports and football and stuff like that. He has things to enjoy his happiness. Your mom, she's so guarded. You want to talk about guarded? That person right there. She's just strong-minded is what she is. She's, it's hard sometimes for a woman, right, in today's society, right, to prove strength, masculinity, and power over a male. And I know that's a debatable hot subject, but it's a man's world. That happens a lot for women. So for a woman to become powerful, right, some people look at them as mean, closed off, aggressive, too opinionated. No, dude, this person has to work to find her strength, to find her power. And she did. She raised a fantastic child. You don't have a brother or sister, do you?
I have two sisters and an older half brother.
Yeah. I saw the spirit same sister. She older than you? Yeah.
They're both older than me. Yeah.
Oh, right on, dude. I don't know why she's on your mom's mind a lot. Okay. She's gonna do great things. She's gonna be wonderful. Okay. She's probably already doing great things. It's just that parents stress sometimes about their kids, and your mom specifically has become a very powerful woman. But just because you're powerful doesn't mean that you don't need support and love, okay? Forgiveness and understanding. So that person there, tip my hat to her, all right? Because she sacrificed a lot, okay? I'm not going to say your dad didn't, but your dad's a workhorse, you know? I'm sure your mom is too, but your dad, you know, really barreled through everything. All right, so here we go. The other one is happiness and joy for you specifically. So let's make some decisions on how you can find that for yourself. Yeah?
That sounds great. Sounds great.
So smooth, dude. It's not hard for you to find happiness. Just where to get off. It's like being on a freeway. Got it. Ingus comes for male fertility and opportunity, towards need, the wall but broken. And then Udus comes for strength and courage. It ends with strength and courage, and it's rare that Udus would ever go negative, or it would be something negative towards you. Ingus comes for male fertility. The rune that falls over male fertility is Udus for strength and courage, but Udus is inverted. Dude, just relationships and stuff like that. Where do you find your happiness when it comes to your partner? All right. Or where do you find your happiness when it comes to making decisions to your future? This is talking about children, making a family, building a home. Where does this happen? Okay. With you specifically, I think it would be best if you just made decisions. All right. Just make choices and just kind of see where it takes you. I'm not saying go and say, all right, then fine. I want to be a dad, so I'm going to go have a kid. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you think somebody has the potential to be a fantastic mother, a fantastic support, pillar of support, just like your mother, right? To support your family and to support you, right? So you guys can work off of each other. Go for it. Give it a shot, okay? Maybe stay in this relationship and not really give up on it in that sense, and just see where it goes and understand that I'm kind of laying myself all out here right now, okay? And I want to see where we can go and what we can create. Don't just go off of my dreams. I want to see where your dreams are. And then from there, let's see if they match. It's a lot like your parents, actually. So find your happiness truly with the people that you care about and love. This can go towards, I don't know if you're allowed to say that, intercourse and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, you're allowed to say that.
Okay. I just didn't know. It goes to that. So if you're not being fulfilled in that sense of, power there, right? Whether that be just holding hands, I don't know, right? One way or another, we have to find happiness within our romance and within our male capabilities to truly find joy, okay? Need comes, the wall but broken. The rune that falls over need is Rhytho for movement, but Rhytho is inverted. Just discovering your body and discovering who you are. You're a lot taller than I thought. I thought because you sit down all the time, so it's easy to think that you're like 5'8", but you're like 6'1". All right, which is pretty cool. It makes sense that you're you got that riz in that sense, because I don't know, I kind of always like looking down at people. It's pretty neat.
You get that right. I'm like 6 foot. I would say 6 foot, like 6'1", maybe. That's what my friend AJ would say, because he swears he's 6 foot, and I'm like a little bit taller than him.
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's right there, dude. It's like you're right there. So generally around that ballpark, it's just kind of, it's cool that you have that what's it called? Confidence within your height. But confidence with height and everything like that is nothing if you're just not confident generally with everything else. Okay? That's when you see people that are compensating for things. You got a great build. You got everything pretty much inherently great for you. But we need to work on ourselves just a little bit more. Maybe you need bench press. Maybe you need to start running. Maybe you need to start lifting weights at home, just little weights. One way or another, by not ignoring your body is what's going to bring true happiness for you. Because when you stand in front of that mirror, you want to make sure that you go, yes, right? Because if you're not, just that little bit saying like, oh, this sucks, or am I too?
I got to get like those SpongeBob weights. I got to be like SpongeBob.
Exactly.
That's gonna be me in my house, like the little SpongeBob weights. But by the way, everyone, AJ literally just texted me, you're 6'1".
Dude, I like you, AJ. Thank you. Appreciate you. But looking at that, it's just the little things, you know what I mean, within your body that bring you happiness and joy. I'm not saying go do what I did and just go cover yourself in tattoos, but hey, I did and I enjoyed it. So one way or another, if that means just building up your physique, do it. Because building up your physique would also connect to your male masculinity and connecting with women and finding that confidence, especially when it comes to intercourse and connecting, okay? Udus comes for strength and courage. Now, Udus was there before, but it's inverted. Now it's right side up. Let's see where it's going to take us. The rune that falls over Udus is Ewas of true love and happiness. Just love is what you need, man. That's about it. If you truly love yourself, if you love your partner, if you love your body, if you love your car, if you love yourself for graduating, or the success that you made, truly love yourself. Don't look for other people to give you that love or that fulfillment. I think you're good at this. I really do. But there's like only dude, I'm not calling you out. There's only so much fake it till you make it that you really can do until you actually start changing something. Does that make sense?
I don't think that would necessarily resonate with me. I'm kind of someone that I don't really like fake it. To be honest, I kind of just like do whatever I want, and then I'll kind of feel weird after because I'll think that I'm like weird or something. But that's probably like the most I'll do.
Well, okay, I don't know how to say that. I'm right there in the middle of what you just said there. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to do it. Here I go. I'm going to do it. What do I have to lose? Right. Fake it till you make it, in my perception specifically, is, even though I'm not 100% sure I can do that, or I'm confident doing it, but I can go for it. What do I have to lose? Nothing really. I'm just going to go for it. So that's that fake it till you make it. Maybe you're not the best dancer. Okay. But you're going to go out there. You're going to have fun. You're going to have the most fun doing it. So by you doing that, people get to enjoy watching you. Now, when it comes to your own physique and everything like that, okay? Yeah, you're great. You're good. Everything's great. But changing yourself specifically towards the better. I'm not saying shave your head or dye your hair, but just changing your physicality in the sense of power would really give you freedom, okay? And give you more opportunity to find happiness with whatever else you choose, even sports. So there's general happiness, okay?
For sure. So I'm hearing that I need to go work out is what I'm saying. I need to go to the gym.
I mean, you can, but changing your physique can go to anything. Like I said, tattoos. It could be changing your dressing, changing your clothes because you've been wearing the same ones for a while. It could be even changing your environment, maybe painting your walls. Okay, something.
Okay, maybe I do need to do that. I have like nothing on my walls. That is kind of a bit much. I did just go to the mall and get some clothes for like the first time in like months. So I like never go out and buy clothes. So that was weird for me, but maybe you picked up on that.
Yeah, maybe, possibly, but it's all about just changing your aesthetic or changing your physique or changing something. Normally I go with working out. The reason why I do that, a lot of times with some people, especially when they have like a sporty vibe to them. And I get that from your father, right? I mean, I don't get it from your father, but I pick it up from your father. But the reason why I say that is because usually that transformation sparks other transformations. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've been working out all morning. I got all this energy. Let me paint my room. You know what? Let me go shopping. I need new clothes because I'm feeling good about myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
All right. Last but not least, I want to go into general. These are what people have a hard time with going into general. There's two things that are pretty hard actually when it comes to reading. One is general and the other one is reading past. Why is past hard? Because it's subjective to what the person believes they experience. Some people say that, hey, I had a really traumatizing life. And then another person say, man, you had a cookie cutter life. Do you see how it's like debatable? So only you really can tell the past. From your perspective, you can let people know what your past really was. I can tell you what I see, and I'm going to be pretty, not vague, but yeah, maybe a little bit vague, push around a little bit. But the good thing is I'm confident in past. Like I said, you're only as good as you refine your abilities. And I've been refining my abilities before I was a veteran. I've been working in the metaphysical field since I was 14. Right, is when I've been specifically reading and consistently working. So I'm going to go to general, and then right before I go, I just want to say real quick about the spiritual worker and a reader, because there is somewhat of a difference there, but they're pretty similar. So general, here we go. Yeah,
Go for it.
Watching that. It's like being on a crowded freeway. Here we go. There. Unsuits comes for communication. This is the way you speak. This is the way you deliver messages. This is the way you are heard as well. Being heard can also be physicality, your facial expressions, how you look at somebody. You can tell whether you like somebody or not sometimes by their facial expression. Or if someone likes you or not, by the way they look at you. Unsuits comes for communication. The rune that falls over communication is the gods for the awakening moment. Dude, you're a good talker, all right? But not just a good talker, you're pretty, and I'm not complimenting you. It's like, I am a little bit, I guess. You're easy to look at, okay? With someone that's kind of easier to look at and someone that has the good brains and power to deliver their message, but at the same time be comfortable for someone to look at rather than going, oh, does he brush his teeth? You know what I mean? With you specifically, you seem to have it made there. Okay, don't waste that gift, because to keep our minds completely intact. So don't waste that ability. Don't waste your opportunities that you have in front of you just by existing and communicating with your desires. Ehwaz comes for true love and happiness. The rune that falls over Ehwaz is Yira for time and peace. Don't stress too much what's going to make you super, super happy. Instead, just go what feels good. Like I said before, just make decisions and make choices. By you doing that, it says true love's going to come to you. Don't stress relationships too much. Okay? Just dive into them and see if they work or not. If they don't work, oh well, that's fine. Like I said before, soulmates are a dime a dozen. I hate to say it like that, but usually people have between 24 and like 68 soulmates. The reason why we meet these soulmates is because each soulmate, each person is supposed to come together. Then they're supposed to change each other or help each other in one way. Change together, stay together. That's just how it works. Now, if you can't learn that lesson with that soulmate, you're set to separate, meet another one of your soulmates, and get tested with the same test. That's why a lot of guys and a lot of girls will say, dude, all guys are the same or all girls are the same. Not necessarily. It's just the same lesson that's in front of you and you're not learning it. If you learn that lesson, then you're set to stay with that soulmate and then you guys can move forward. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it also could be the case that like we're just like we're looking for different types of relationships, and then we see common relationships amongst the things that we look for as well, which could be a part of the process that you're referencing.
100%. Yeah. Like I said, it's same highway, dude. You're on the same highway. You're picking up exactly what I'm putting down. Wherever you go with that is where you're supposed to go. Othila comes for your home. The rune that falls over your home is Uruz for strength and courage. Being confident where you are, being confident where you're going really does matter to you, because nothing else, all this schooling and all your relationships and all of your success here on TikTok, all of that, right, can't happen if you're not comfortable in where you are and where you're staying, where you lay your head is what a lot of people say. If you're not comfortable where you are, everything else is going to kind of be irritable, and you're going to kind of approach it as if you're kind of the word's not annoyed, but it's uncomfortable, I guess. Okay, you can tell when someone didn't get a good night's sleep. So take care of yourself, find your happiness, find comfort at home, find comfort in your relationships, and make sure around you, including your pillow and your bed, right, are comfortable, because if they're not, it's going to affect the rest of the things. Okay.
Absolutely. People always think I'm tired though because of my bags.
I don't think you're tired.
No, I'm just saying in general. I was just making a joke because you referenced like the tired part.
Aww.
Because people always say it in the comment section. It's fun. That's why my profile picture, I got Goob from Meet the Robinsons, because they got the bags underneath the eyes.
No, I think it's like an inherited thing. I think you're
Oh, it is genetic. Yeah, it is genetic.
Mother probably has the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So last thing I wanted to leave with is spiritual worker and a reader. Spiritual worker, right? Which what I would consider myself. I am a full-blown witch is what I am. I am not just a psychic. And with that comes with different modalities and different abilities like psychic reading or fortune telling and stuff like that. Then you have other people that work solely within reading, meaning they connect with their spirit and they deliver a message. That's all they do. Okay. So there's a lot of people that are coming up here that are readers. Like, okay, I'm a reader. I just work with that. But then there's other people that work within candles and witchcraft and manifesting realities and stuff like that. Now, it's like doctors almost. I'm not saying we're doctors, but there's the general doctor that can really touch anything. And then there's people that are very specific within their craft on what they do. Okay? That's the same thing for readers. So when you're looking at these readers and they're coming up here and they're all kind of different, just think of them like that. They're in the same practice, but maybe they have different licenses and different beliefs and different structures to how their ability works. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I hope you check me out at the Green Next Door.
Appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you so much for coming on. Have a fantastic day.
You too. Bye.
All right, we're going to go to the next person. I'm thinking maybe get like one more person on, and then I might want to go to debates today. I'm kind of like missing the debates, honestly, chat. I love debating way too much. People are saying ethereal connections in the comment section. I saw them on Dean's Live. I don't see them in my guest box though. But yeah, let me go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic. We are just looking for some conversations, everyone. We're going to get one more person on here for today at least, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, I'm a grandma.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Oh, yes.
Why so?
Well, it started when I was around 10 years old. I saw an apparition in this old house that I lived in, and it scared me half to death. I was in the hallway of my bedroom, on the door threshold of the door, and I looked in the room, and I thought my sister was in there dressing herself in her nightgown. And I turned into the hallway, and there was my sister. I turned back into the room, and there was nobody. And I was 10 years old. So that kind of threw me for a loop. But then
So are you saying that you saw an individual there that wasn't actually there? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. So I know that sounds crazy, but I was a 10-year-old kid, and it just scared me, that's all. But as I grew up, I had more, excuse me, I just walked back from the river. As I got older, the feeling stayed with me it's almost like an electromagnetic kind of feel. And the reason I know that is because I have a sensitivity to electricity, I can't live under power lines, we'll put it that way. And even if I walk into a Home Depot and I go down the aisle where the lighting is, I start to react. Like vomit, I react. So I'm not very good around that. I get real sensitive to it. And that, I think, is what this energy is. So I decided I wasn't going to be afraid of it because whatever it was wasn't in a material form. And I really believe that if it's not in the material form, it cannot harm anything in the material world. So this whole topic of psychic, me being able to tell you who you are or what you're going to do in the future, where you've been, I can draw the tarot cards, but I think anybody can they can assign a meaning to each card that you assign that meaning to it. And then you pull 3 cards and you read the meaning, and that's your future. So I don't know. I've done that. I pulled the cards, not even doing it because I thought I was psychic. I was doing it, as a party trick. And it was fun. I just pull these cards. I already have assigned meanings to them. So then they fall on the table, and that's for you. But then people started coming back to me and saying, everything happened that you told me.
Is there something that you could show us here on the live in which we could see that particularly?
I could draw a tarot card for you if you want.
Sure, if you'd like to do that real quick, go for it.
Okay. Actually, when you were with your last person, I decided to go ahead and draw a card then. I use animal tarots. I'm all about nature. So you got the 2 winged ones. The 2 of winged ones, which are the birds. And they have the birds, and they have the fish, and they have the animals that walk on the ground, that kind of thing, for your different suits. Yours came up power, proper choice and use of power. Now, am I supposed to tell you how that works for you? Well, I don't know. Only you know. The card is what tells you what it is. I think you can manifest that for yourself because I just put that into your mind and into your psyche. So if you can do it for yourself, did I do it? Did I call it for you? I don't know. So I do have experiences with dreams. And all I can tell you is an experience, and it's kind of weird, but I dreamt that I scratched off a lottery scratch ticket. And it was one with a large animal on it, a cat. And it hit for $150. So the next day, my husband and I were coming back from a restaurant, and I said, hey, I had this dream last night. I told him, I said, let's pull in here at the gas station. I'm gonna go and get a lottery ticket. So I go in there, and I see one that has a cat, a large cat, similar to the one in my dream. And I bought the ticket, went out to the car, sat next to my husband, scratched the ticket, and it was $150. Coincidence, maybe. Coincidence. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was. My husband said, well, okay, now, so dream $1 million. Yeah, if I knew how to do that. So psychic, I think there's a lot of roads you can choose, but for there actually being real magic, I'm not so sure that that's really out there. But I think I can do some things that maybe you can't, just because of my experiences. My mother was into the, psychic thing and the tarots. People used to call it superstitions, but they came true a lot. So I have met people that I've shaken their hands, and I get a strong impression of some illness. Most recently, a man, I shook his hand and I felt like, oh my God, he's going to have a heart attack. And about a week later, he did. So I don't know, did I have anything to do with that? Did I foresee the future? I don't know.
My question would be, is it something that you can reproduce now? If it's something that you could reproduce now, we'd be able to determine that it's likely that. If it isn't something that we could reproduce now, then my question would be my point would be is that it seems like these two events were likely just associated with each other.
Right. And the only thing that I can do for you now is pretty much what I can read you just from what I've seen on your thing, but you've said you expose yourself too much because we know who you like. We know what your house, that you have sparse walls. We know that you're in school. You know that your parents are living there near you. We know that they're going to move to Colorado. Anyway, you just expose a lot of yourself. So it's not too hard to read you, Parker.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's also what can also be used just to kind of weed out the people who will just listen to the sort of claims or people that might know something about you in which they couldn't possibly have known, right? Is that a lot of these things I'm open with, I'm clear with, right? And I think it's good and it's important to be open. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to reference or talk about particularly?
No, I just see you doing very well in what you're doing, and that's only because it comes across when I watch your live that you're really into it and you love debating. So carry on, my friend. Carry on.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. We're going to be going on to the next person. If you were on Dean's live yesterday, who is the Parker clone, still the topic. I'm just kidding. W Dean for the topic yesterday, by the way, everyone. But or actually, he didn't come up with that. I was just saying that he did it. But yeah, we're going to get Ethereal Connections on because apparently Ethereal went on Dean's live yesterday and literally showed him his own floor plan. Like his legitimate own floor plan. Okay. So let's see if we got something associated with this. The Broncos are winning, I am looking at that, but we're going to get Ethereal Connections up here, everyone.
Okay.
Yo, what's up? How are you?
Oh my God. Great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm so excited you're doing this because I had so much fun last night. I'm like, when is this topic and this opportunity going to come back? Hey, everyone. Sorry if I still have makeup under my eyes from last night, but I had so much fun. Yeah, that was crazy. Well, and I detailed his great grandmother and his mother as well. And the weirdest thing is everybody was pushing him to call his mom because she's living and she came through. And that is a rare thing to be able to detail somebody who's still living. Like for a medium, you're picking up on the dead. And I saw everybody saying that. I'm like, that's probably a good idea. So I was surprised there was so much focus on the floor plan when there was a lot more to that reading as well. It's insane.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch the other parts. I did catch some part of it as I was getting food and I was out doing stuff. But if there's anything you'd like to come on and show today, because if you definitely reproduce it, I think people would think that's absolutely crazy, especially with both me and Dean. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So question I want to ask you, first, is there anybody in particular you want to connect with? You just tell me relationship, don't describe them, how they passed away, but is there somebody, quicker obviously is being given the person to chat with, a little bit longer, just, going in general and seeing who pops up. But do you have somebody in mind?
I'll go with my grandfather.
Your grandfather? Okay. All right, give me a second. We always take deep breaths in through our nose, out of our mouth, and give them a chance to come through. Thank you, Spirit, for my gifts. Thank you for trusting me with them. Help me to set and keep my boundaries so other spirits don't come through and there's no cross communication or spread then. The only person that should be coming through is Parker's grandfather. Okay, he's starting to come through. I'm just giving him a moment. I'm getting maternal energy that he is on your mom's side of the family. I'm starting to see his glasses. They're more like the square, not like rectangular, and he seems to have some curl to his hair on the top. It seems to be on the darker side to yours, but that also could be that the different shades of like the gray hair that he has, because it looks more different shades of gray as opposed to being just like black or a darker, like a dark brown or something. So I'm seeing the gray. I can tell physically that he was pretty fit for his age in terms of being able to get around on his feet. Not somebody that had issues with like tripping. Like he took good care of himself, and he didn't really dress like an old guy. Like I'm seeing his. Let me let it come through more. I'm seeing this like funky shirt. It's like black and white, and it has these like patterns on it. It's like it's like kind of dressy, but it's comfy, but it's also really like on the dressy side as well. And I can't quite tell how to best describe the pattern that I'm seeing. Like it has some stripes to it, but there's patterns in the middle where the white parts of the shirt are. So I'm just seeing that he had a little bit more riz or style, if you will, like funky style to the kinds of shirts that he would wear, like something that just brought out how fun he is, but also somebody who liked to be stylish while still being really comfortable. He does come off as somebody who's more directionary while still like he's very I can sense the focus on grandkids in particular, as opposed to like whole family, but also like while he definitely has a softer side to him, he seems more directionary and more of a compass kind of grandfather than a play grandfather. Like he's really like intent on making sure everybody's like set up for success and knowing what they're doing and making sure like they do it right. So he feels very directionary. But I think the fun side of him and that upbeat side of him, especially that extra skip in his step, like when I see him walking, I see a little bit of a jig in his step. Like he liked to be like just have like some bounce and like dance to him, like and move. Like he liked to show off what a fun grandfather that he was. So I'm just seeing two different sides of him, and the like protective, I want to make sure that you're good side, and the trying to basically match more like grandkids energy and keep up.
Yeah, there's a few things I would address there. So in terms of directionary and like he's intense in terms of making him like people do the right thing, that's definitely something I see within the context of my grandfather. Like there's like a story I would have in my childhood where he was like telling me to not drink like soda or something like that, right? Because he like cares about me, he wants the best for me and stuff like that. He did have darker hair, kind of like a squarish type. Square, kind of like a rounded glasses, kind of like the little, like the older, like the classic older type glasses with like the little,
like not like sharp, but was it like square but just rounded off at the edges?
Yeah, kind of more or less.
Yeah,
I do see more or less square. So yeah, and then on my mom's side, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm saying if there's anything that's more personal to him. Did you know him very well in terms of any like social life, like things that he liked to do? Did you get to grow up with him a lot? Like if I was to try to dive more into his personal life that you probably know.
No, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. Maybe things related to like my grandmother or like other people, right, that are alive or something like, I'd probably be able to associate with, but he wasn't there for a good portion of my life.
Oh, okay. Let me see, with grandmother too. I really appreciate his like desire to be in the know when it comes to like neighborhoods or like world events, because And this is like old style. This is something my wife and I love to do, particularly on Sundays, is reading the paper. We like to go to a restaurant, drink coffee, and read the paper. Not a lot of people like to do that. Like even older folks, it's just so pastime. But it seems like if I was going to his place, and this is a little bit like different because when I'm looking at his home and I do have a bigger feel like the possibility of a stairwell. I need to do some more like deep breaths, but I'm seeing like a more rounded table by a window over by like his kitchen. It seems like it's more of the right size for he and his wife than having like, a lot of people there and him reading the paper in the mornings. Like he really appreciated being in the know. It made him feel more part of the community and more, and then in terms of like, family wanting to be in the know of what's like everything that's going on with people. So he's somebody who really like appreciated knowledge and inclusion. I think that gave him a sense of home, not just like at home and with family, but outside of that. So the social side of him, I wouldn't call him like extremely outgoing and like explosive energy like I have. If you saw me out on the street, you'd probably freak out and be like, holy shit, she might be crazy. But he's definitely somebody who's really approachable and likes to like, he can start conversations like to the best of them. Like you could be in the aisle in the grocery store and he could start a conversation over fucking toothpaste, or tomatoes. He doesn't always actively seek out people, but he appreciates being approached and I don't know, giving a chance for conversation as opposed to always like seeking it out. So it to me speaks to a level of introversion without being totally introvert. But so I definitely see the paper. I definitely see his valuing of your grandmother. I don't know if you know a lot about her. Candles comes to me. I think she really enjoyed candles and having scents in the house. So I see that on her side. She definitely did not enjoy cooking. She did what she was supposed to do, but there was joys that she brought to the house, like the candles and stuff like that.
Thank you for the cap. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. My grandma is definitely someone that is like always like enjoying just like doing things for people. So it might not be the case that she like enjoys cooking or something, but she definitely always does that. She like wants everyone to be taken care of or something. So I mean, I'd have to ask her if she like loves cooking herself, but definitely, yeah.
Are you in an apartment? I
am.
You're on the top floor. This feels like a 2-floor building and you're on the top floor to the right if you go up the stairs.
I am three floors up. But yeah, I am to the right of the stairs, yes.
Okay. And you're in a fairly small apartment. Is your bathroom straight across from the door?
No.
Is it okay? I don't know, but I picked up on that on the right. I was picking up on where your home was because I did hear somebody say that you weren't living with your parents, so I was curious about where you were at.
Yeah, I do live in an apartment by myself. I also will be at my parents', but I spend all my time here.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. Is there anything more that you'd like to know about your grandparents or anybody else who's like passed away that I can pinpoint for you?
We could do my grandmother. Those are the only people that have passed away really in my life. I haven't really had many people pass away.
Gosh, both you and Dean are really lucky not to go through a lot of loss. I know everyone's really excited about like floor plans. Like I'm showing what else I can do. Really, floor plans come up for me if there's like a sole purpose. Like somebody lost their cat for almost 2 days. And so like when somebody poses that question, that's when it really comes right through. And so I got the entire floor plan and described how to get to the porch. And I'm like, your cat's hiding behind the outdoor couch, but is playing. You have a side table with this lamp. I described the lamp and everything, and is messing with the cord, like right there. So she took her camera with her. She was freaking out because she had been waiting 2 days. She's like, I can't find my damn cat. And then her cat was right there. So it's more of like, because I know for him yesterday was like, where are you sensing like this energy and stuff, which was odd because his mom's alive, but things just came through about her. But grandmother wise, for her, like it definitely, in differences, even with hair and like gray hair, hers is really light in comparison to having a lot of the darker gray that your grandfather has. She's someone who's definitely more in touch with her feminine side and going outside of what you've already shared of community and just doing things that she needed to. I get a strong sense from her about like her kind of her self-care. She's a little bit more on the quieter side in terms of appreciating solitude and not necessarily going out and about, like socializing. Like she loves being with family. She definitely loves to help people, but I feel like a prioritization, like she really like valued time alone, because I'm seeing a comfy chair that looks to be like a favorite chair, like a one-seater, that looks to be like in the living room of their house. I just see her sitting a lot, and she's somebody who's a really good internal thinker, like very in tune with herself. And like, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if she was really intuitive, but it doesn't seem like somebody who dives into what I do when it comes to being intuitive, but somebody who's definitely more introspective, I think is the word that I'm looking for. But see if there's anything else that comes up regarding social life or anything else. My mother-in-law, by the way, we lost her to Alzheimer's. She loved candles as well, because I could see the candles throughout the house. It makes me think of my mother-in-law, Adia. Definitely more on the soft-spoken side. She's a very peaceful person. She feels like somebody that I would go to because I want my anxiety to wash away. You know those people when you sit next to them, because their peaceful presence and the kind of peaceful energy they give off, it's almost like it just brings your heart rate and your blood pressure way down. Like there's something like, she just seems like somebody who'd really, she how do I say it? Sometimes I'm not always good with finding words. I'm not a wordsmith. I know what I want to say, and then there's like actually finding the words that perfectly describe what I'm trying to say. It's just her presence. It's her presence that draws people to her and makes them feel like safe, and makes them feel like they have somewhere that they can go and breathe. I feel like that's why I would go to her. But outside of giving to the community, I just see her home a lot, and I see how she does her self-care. I don't see a lot of things outside of that. She doesn't seem like somebody who goes out a lot just to go out.
Yeah. So are you referencing, are you getting a side of like which side my grandma would be on for the one I'm referencing, like the maternal or paternal side?
Ooh, I get a strong masculine energy at this time. You're asking me about a paternal grandmother.
You were definitely right with that one.
Yeah.
And also I do want to say with like
I'm sensing your dad, even though he's alive, like the kind of personality he has, and that strong masculine is like, okay. Definitely
appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much, Law. So yeah, she did have like a particular chair, right, that she would like sit in for a very long time. It would just be like there was like two chairs for my grandpa and for my grandma when they were just together.
She loves that chair.
Yeah, and you brought up Alzheimer's. I don't know if you related to it, but she did actually die of dementia. So maybe you picked up on something like that related to that because of that reason. But yeah.
Maybe because the feeling I got, it makes me miss my mother-in-law, because she has the same type of personality as well as that love of those candles. Her chair, which I really like, and I think it's really chic for the place. It's the one that has those buttons down in the middle. You know, the one where it's like it's tighter. It's not like something that you really like. It's cushiony. It's like a harder chair. It's more like supportive in that way for the back, but it has the buttons that are matching like right down the middle on the back part of the chair.
Oh, I don't think there are buttons on the back of the chair. It's one of those things with like has like a wire and like a remote, and then all the buttons are like on the remote.
Okay, so the fabric doesn't like push in like down the middle?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, definitely take a picture of it, because I'm curious to confirm that. But
I will. I'll let you know.
There's something significant about the chair, and it sounds like it's just about the self-care, but cool.
For sure. Is there anything else that's coming to mind, or anything else that's coming up?
I mean, unless you want a reading about yourself, which I can do. I wanted to demonstrate that medium side, because I'm starting to get a lot more questions about like, where's my cat and my keys? And then I'm like, you do know I can also talk to spirits, right? So I appreciate the opportunity to demonstrate that.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you'd like to do something like a reading for me or something like that, I'd definitely down for that. For sure.
Yeah, we can end with that. Thank you for allowing me to demonstrate all sides. This is really fun for me. I enjoy it. I've been able to see spirits my whole life, but I joined a support group that wasn't very queer friendly, but did the job for helping me learn how to hone in and control my gifts. And now I'm creating a development group. It's free every week, but it's a safe place for queer people as well. So everyone can practice on each other, and I can help teach how to develop gifts or how to use them ethically and safely. And yeah, so I'm both on the teaching side and the reading side.
That's cool. That's cool. Absolutely. What's it called? Yeah. In the meantime, everyone, you already know the deal. Tap the screen. Everyone, let's try to 500,000 likes. I think this is going to be the last one we might do here for this topic, and then we might go to a different one depending on how I feel after this. Huh? Yeah, good timing. No, seriously, good timing. I was thinking of going back to debates here in a second. I'm going to think about it though.
Somebody reached out to me and told me that you were live and that you were doing this. And they're like, I'm just trying to alert you. It was in my message request. I happened to look. They're like, so now Parker's on and doing the same thing. Are you going to jump in? You should jump in. You've got to do it. And I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to miss this. And I was playing COD. I was in Building 21 and I dropped everything to grab my laptop. I know, I'm supposed to be killing the Vulcan right now.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Not Dean sending roses. That's so fun. But yeah, no, that is great. That is great. I do this topic every once in a while. It's actually been a minute since I've done this topic. It's been like at least a few months.
Oh my gosh, this was like the second card. I love this. I love being able to jump in. But I love these topics. There's a lot of fakes, and I try my best to like prove myself. And it's hard because you want to also, like, if you want readings, you want to sift out those that show themselves to be, like, really give true readings. I just met somebody, I did a reading for free because I felt so bad for them. They were suckered out of $300. I could not, and I'm like, it's the craziness that has entered TikTok. And I'm like, you don't have to pay me for anything. Let me just help you get what you really need. But we should probably talk about discerning mediums. Give me 1 second. Let me just sit with these cards. This is the clairvoyant side of me. So you're really happy where you're at in terms of where you're living. But you definitely seem to not have specific direction on your career and what you want to do. I think you're just kind of feeling it out right now. This is a really good time right now through you have like really great balance, but to find inspiration and what sparks your creative, the creative side, like finding inspiration, that channeling, because it will be really energizing for you. And incorporating more rest. I'm tapping more into your energy. I know that you're thinking a lot about, it seems like, let me sit with this for just one more second. A lot of what you're doing now with TikTok is your creative channel. I can see you pacing around, just coming up with more creative ideas for not just like topics, but maybe something unique that you can do that can demonstrate your knowledge. You're definitely a thinker and a really good reader. You're very lit. I'm just going to use that word because there's Riz up in there. But I think like the reader that you are and somebody who searches for new ideas where you can break glass ceilings, you're wanting to make more positive impact than you've already reached. And putting pen to paper, you're just breaking creative blocks right now and just seeing what you can do with the channel that you found now. I see you specifically pacing more like around kitchen area, but you've been spending a lot of time in this area. I'm wondering what you could do with it where it could grow into more of a supportive, fun job as opposed to getting into something that's more corporate or like how you can turn what you're doing into a business and have the most meaningful impact. Your heart is more on how you touch others as opposed to just having the follows. So you're just looking for deeper meaning in your life, and you're looking for legacy, and you're somebody that looks at the heart of work as opposed to the popularity of work. So the heart in it, I think, is where you're at right now. But I think what I'm getting when it comes to rest is not to push yourself too hard. Just let it come when it comes, and more maybe of a trust of your intuition and timing. Because I know, like, for me, like, tapping into my own intuition every day. And I posted a video on the steps that I usually take. It's not going to fit for everybody, but something that I posted in there. But just trusting that the ideas will flow to you at the right time, and not trying to force, more ideas and more creativity, because you're on the right path, and you also don't want to rush anything when I think there's just gonna be more opportunities your way. I think you're more of a rushy person. I just want to be there. I want to be where I want to be.
I definitely get that. Like I'm a constant, I'm someone who just constantly want to go. And I definitely think this is like a supportive, fun job. So I definitely think I found that within this respect. But yeah, absolutely. I definitely see a good thing in terms of not forcing creativity, kind of just like letting it come about as well. So I definitely see that to resonate.
Just seems like you're pretty like happy where your life is. I think that you and Dean are definitely really lucky in terms of like supportive family, not going through a lot of loss. Seems to be the only stress area, but it can impact your presence and you not missing things in life by being in your head. I just think that seems to be your like main stress point. I always look for that, like what can be more of a, like, to unblock you.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else that's coming up particularly?
No, you just don't seem to have a lot of things like going on that's negative. I mean, sometimes I pick up on people's arguments or relationships and things, but you just seem to have a lot of peace in your life. There's just really not a lot to read.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I don't really get through like argument and stuff like that very commonly.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely. Maybe that's why you're picking up on that. Who knows?
Well, it's the only thing that's like there is that idea. And that's I appreciate that, because that sounds like a much less stressful life than I feel like I've had lately. Cool. Well,
no, I get that. I appreciate it though. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. It was definitely great talking to you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it. Have a great night. All right, everyone. I think maybe we can get like one more person on. Do y'all want me to do one more person at least or something like that for this topic? And then also, chat, should I hit a restart? When I hit a restart on the topic, should I restart the live as well? I'm thinking that. No. Okay. People want me to go one more? Parker, that was rude. What was rude? What did I do that was rude? I'm so confused. Oh, I finally have the interact button back, everyone. One more. Do you want me to do I'm going to do a poll real quick, everyone, for one more, this or next. One more debates. All right. Sent out the poll, everyone. Respond to the poll real quick. We're going to do either one more, or we're going to continue to, or we're going to go to the next. We'll see, everyone. Tap that screen in the meantime. You already know the deal, everyone. Should I hit a restart on the live, everyone? Or should I just oh, someone ended the poll. Why did someone end the poll? Who just ended the poll? Bruh, I'm so confused. Why did someone end it? Oh my gosh, now I have to restart it. Bad mods, L mods. Someone spam L mods in the chat. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable, chat. All right, let's see. Okay, most people are saying one more, and then we'll move on to debates. Okay, we're gonna do one more at least. We'll see how it goes, and then we might move on to debates. But yeah, let me go to the next person. Again, if you consider yourself psychic, make sure to send a guest request right now. Please only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic. But let me go to the next person, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh yeah, I'm 35.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, I mean, by looking at you, like, I think in the future you're gonna be like a faggot.
So we just got people who want to say slurs. Great. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you consider yourself psychic, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I can see that you're gonna be a faggot when you're older.
God, dude, why? Please, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
That you get no bitches, bro. You get no absolute bitches, bro.
Dude, who shit in your fucking cereal, dude? Who pissed in your Cheerios?
No, I'm just.
Who pissed in bro's Cheerios? I can't. Debates? We might go to debates here in a bit, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
32.
Do you consider yourself psychic?
I consider everybody psychic. Because, I mean, if you think about it, like, you can feel someone's energy. Like, you can feel when someone's mad, someone's happy, just by looking at them and, you know, feeling their aura. I mean, I feel like everybody has a psychic power in them, like a psychic energy in them. Like, I could predict the weather just by going outside and, oh, I know what it feels like. But to be fair, like, that's how I feel. I feel like everybody has that energy.
So that just seems like we're just like associating. I think the hand to heart, appreciate it. We're associating our past experiences with the way that people express themselves, like with what's happening now. Appreciate the hand to heart. Thank you so much. So that's probably why we have like a sort of feeling attributed with the way that someone's expressing themselves. Appreciate the hand to heart.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that, no offense, but I'm I'm not going to sit there and tell you, your future is going to be like this, because you don't know what your future is going to be like unless you do something different with your past. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I could tell you what your future is going to be like. However, you choose your own future. You choose your own choice. Kind of like how whoever you decide in your love life is all upon you, not upon somebody who's telling you this is who it's going to be. You know, like everything. I was listening to the woman previous about your apartment status and about your grandma and everything like that. Honestly, those are all just guesses. I'm not saying that she wasn't real or she wasn't true, but those were all just guesses from her point of view to your point of view. Even then, she still couldn't get some of that right. Am I correct?
So you don't consider yourself psychic?
I consider everybody a psychic in the way of energy. You can feel.
Okay. So to me, that just seems to be like past experiences and stuff like that, and just like intuition. But yeah, is there anything else you'd like to go over or talk about particularly?
No, I just wanted to let everybody know that they can be psychic in their own way with energy, but that's about it.
For sure. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right, we're going to go into one more person, everyone. I want to make sure we can get onto another psychic today for the conversation, everyone, for everything. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you do consider yourself psychic, everyone. People are saying Brando. I don't know who that is.
Finally, thank you. So we're gonna start next.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
For sure. Do you consider yourself psychic?
For about 5 years. So I need you. So we're gonna start with a breathing exercise. Most people like to do the tarot readings and everything else, but that's just not me. So we're gonna start like this. We're gonna put our hands together. I need you to take a deep breath. Release your hand. What does that line say? Yeah, you're definitely gonna be a faggot in the future.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Dean, you could have told me he was going to say a slur. Dean, I blame you, Dean. You didn't text me that he was going to say a slur, even though you know who he was. I'm just kidding. He didn't know. Dean would have no clue. Of course, like, why do people have to do that, bro? He usually doesn't slur. Yeah, Dean's like, fucking hell. I did not expect that. Yeah, we'll get someone up here. Don't worry, everyone. Like, I don't know why people do that. It makes no sense. Like, yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? I'm not going to give my age, but I promise I'm in my 30s.
Yeah, you do sound old enough. Do you consider yourself psychic?
Okay, great. Yes, I do.
Why so?
Actually, because I actually run a nonprofit organization for people with psi abilities, people that have experienced near-death experiences, precognition, all these different kinds of things. And I engage in psychic research. And
Yes,
so
yes. Go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, I heard you mention something about the CIA remote viewing. Can you tell me a little bit about what you know and why you disagree with the statistics?
I don't disagree. Just the I know the remote viewing didn't come up with like conclusive evidence.
Why do you think that?
That's what I've read within the context of like the papers about remote viewing, is that they
Did you look
didn't
at the
provide
peer-reviewed
conclusive
article?
evidence. It's not a peer-reviewed article. It's something from like is it from the FBI website or the CIA website, something like that?
Oh, okay. So, if you're interested in knowing,
It's like a PDF.
Yeah. I don't want to. Okay, so if you go to my bio, there's Linktree. It's a nonprofit organization, and it's Science and Sci. And you can go to misinformation on the tab there, and it will give you a rundown. It'll give you the peer-reviewed articles, and it can go over Jessica Utz. She's a statistician that went and actually analyzed the research for the CIA remote viewing.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely make sure to look through that type of stuff, for sure. But from the stuff I read through on the CIA website, again, it didn't seem like it ended in anything conclusive. Could you point to me where they end up with something conclusive there?
Yeah, so what we had is we actually had two programs. The Stargate project was comprised of two specific programs. One reached the capacity of the mind, and others focused on applying these abilities to spy on foreign adversaries. So there was operational ones. The operational ones were actually, some of them were released, some of them weren't. But when it came to the research one, that was all released. And so in 1995, Jessica, she's a professor of statistics. And along with the well-known, he's like a paranormal skeptic. His name's Ray Hyman. He was employed by the American Institute of Research at the request of Congress and the CIA to provide a report assessing the statistics evidence for psychic function within the active USA government-sponsored research. So these experts both agreed that the U.S. government's research program had produced statistical significant evidence for results, but they disagreed on how to interpret the results. So Jessica Utz believed that we should actually go and try to understand how these abilities are possible rather than continue to keep on studying it more anomalies. Whereas Ray Hyman believed we should actually study more to see if there's more anomalies that are occurring. Where Jessica's like, no, it's going to be a waste of time. Let's go ahead and figure out why this is happening and how this is possible. So that's where that was going into. But all that, you can go ahead and look at the reports, all of the both of them.
Yes, I'd like to see the reports that you're talking about, because the one I'm talking about from 2002, right? It says that there's literally just a single conclusion that can be drawn from the evaluation of the 40 operational tasks.
So it's an assessment of evidence for psychic function through the Journal of Parapsychology.
Assessment.
Yeah,
for
just go ahead on my
evidence?
website, and it's all laid out there for you. It has the references and resources. It also has Ray Hyman's report. So that way you're getting two different points of view from it. And his is also peer reviewed. We also have the documentary.
Does it cost money on your website?
Oh, absolutely not. This is a nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm just making sure. Someone in the chat said it costs money for some reason.
Oh, absolutely not. This is solely for people that have psi abilities, that they can get the resources, sometimes mental health counseling, be able to differentiate the difference between legitimate experiences and something that might be more problematic. So this is all nonprofit.
Yeah, so assessment for evidence, and then what's the rest for it?
Yeah, the assessment of evidence for psychic function through the Journal of Parapsychology.
Psychic function, and then what journal?
Journal of Parapsychology.
Parapsychology.
Yeah, you could just click on the link that I have right there on my site, if you like. I also
Sure. I'll make sure to look through that.
If you go to replication section, We also have all the peer-reviewed articles on making sure that we have proper methodology and credibility in the research in which we do. So, online's not a good way to assess that kind of work if somebody's actually experiencing psi abilities. So yeah, it gives you also all the organizations that engage in scientific research and ways that people can actually participate in legitimate psychic research as well.
Yeah, so I'll definitely make sure to look through that. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
All right, everyone. Should I do one more? Or should I just go on to my debates for today, everyone? What are y'all thinking? Should I just go on to the debates? Should I hit a restart, everyone, or should I just debates? Most people are saying debates. Yeah, most people are saying debates. Yeah. So what should we do, everyone? What should we do for the what's it called, for no restart? We can not restart. We can sit here and not restart. I'm down with that. What background should we do, chat? What do y'all want to do? Why restart? Because it will be related to the topic, and people who have sent guest requests are topic. So I'm turning off the guest request right now. Only send a guest request if it's gonna be related to the next topic. Everyone, what topic should we do, chat? What topic are y'all feeling? Should we do the I was thinking either the slur topic or the gay topic. That's what people were asking for. From yesterday. We do need to make a vaccine topic. I have one that I was going to set up for that. Definitely wait for it. Some people are saying spanking. I'm down to do that one. Which one do y'all prefer? Slurs, gay, or spanking topic? Chat. Which one? But yeah, give it a second, everyone. Most people are saying slurs. I see slurs is the most. A lot of people are saying gay. Okay. I'm just seeing slurs and gay. People are not saying spanking. Okay, so we should make a poll between slurs and gay. We're gonna do that real quick. All right, which topic? All right, there we go. I just put it up, everyone. If you want to respond to the poll real quick, I appreciate it, everyone. It will help get it out to more people. Some people saying Israel or Palestine. I literally don't know what's going on like enough to talk about that. There's just so much stuff. We will be doing a trans debate here pretty soon. Yes, we will be doing that topic. Don't worry, everyone. We will. I have to make sure that I'm set up on all topics. I am set up for that topic, but okay. Most people are saying slurs, so we're gonna put on the slur topic right now here behind me. Most people are saying that, so we're gonna put that one behind. Tomorrow we'll likely do the other topic. Everyone, tomorrow we will likely do the other topic. Let me put this one here behind me. Only send a guest request if you consider it to be okay to use